Today is the day of the main reason I've come to Oaxaca, which has not only been to taste the food in the markets and the restaurants of this capital of Mexican cuisine, but to actually visit the home of a local family, the family of my friend Ita, and to learn from them how to cook one of my favourite Mexican dishes, barbacoa. Barbacoa is one of Mexico's oldest and most traditional dishes. Slow-cooked meat, often lamb, goat or beef, wrapped in agave leaves, and then cooked underground or over an open flame. It's actually the ancestor of the word barbecue. After a 40-minute drive, we arrive at Ita's family home, where I'm warmly greeted by her parents and aunts, all smiling, busy, and radiating the kind of hospitality for which Oaxacans are famous. I put the knife in first. My first task, deseeding the guajillo chillies, which will form the base of the paste in which the meat, in this case chicken, will be cooked. The prepared chillies are then soaked in cold, salted water. The salt, I'm told, softens their intensity, while the cold water, replaced twice during the process, helps to retain that deep ruby hue that guajillos are known for. I've seen other recipes call for hot water, but this traditional method feels gentler and more respectful of these beautiful chilies.
Yeah, they will wash everything over there.
And of course, beer hydration is also key to the process. With the chilies soaking, Ita takes me for a tour of her family's garden.
Oh, we have papaya over there.
Which one's papaya?
This one. The small ones
Yeah.
over there is growing.
Oh yeah,
This is now ready.
Oh yeah, the coffee beans.
Another
That's
three.
mandarin as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the top.
If you want some, yeah. Están verdes. Verdes.
Just difficult. See?
Oh, I can see some avocados up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of hard to get to though.
You can cut some here.
What are you going to say? You can climb.
No.
So these are the leaves you can use in the
Yeah.
barbacoa.
Yeah. ¿Cuántas? ¿Cuántas? I think that's enough.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want up.
After you.
Oh, this is used for tejate.
Special flour.
Tejate is a traditional pre-Hispanic drink, which is made from toasted maize, cacao, and the seeds of the mamey fruit. It's blended with water and served cold, earthy, slightly sweet, and with a frothy top.
A worm?
Worm, a worm. Watch.
You love the worms, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, the mangoes are not very good.
Underneath the mango tree. Do you know that song?
No.
No?
Mango tree, honey, and
Very small.
don't watch for the moon.
There.
So is this a flower, this bit
Yeah.
at the bottom?
Es una flor.
Flower.
Yeah.
I never saw before.
This is another chili.
Picking.
They're tiny.
Oh,
Can you eat these?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They use it
yeah.
to prepare sauce.
No, now and
Are they very spicy? Picante.
yeah.
Smaller the hotter normally.
Do you,
Llévale dos, ahorita lo
I'm
do you
gonna-
want to try it?
No, well, I don't know how. You try first, and then I'll watch your face, and then we'll take
You
it from
can-
there.
lo prueban la
Take
comida.
a few.
Yeah. Okay. We'll try inside. Do you have chicken?
Chicken? No chicken.
Hola.
Several.
Yes.
¿El otro estará bueno?
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, the paste for the barbacoa is being prepared. To the soaked guajillo chilies are added fresh green chilies, blanched and peeled almonds, garlic, raisins, fresh Mexican oregano, thyme, Mexican cinnamon, cumin seeds, and salt, all combined and blitzed into a thick, fragrant paste.
Yes, everything.
A little water is then added to achieve the right consistency.
When you hear yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Some of the recipes I've come across call for sieving the sauce, but if it's properly blended, as we're doing here, it becomes perfectly smooth and rich on its own. Next comes the preparation of the chicken. 2 whole birds have been roughly cut, heads and feet included, and thoroughly washed.
To wash chicken or not wash chicken? That is the question.
I'll say not.
Normally I never wash chicken at home, as it can spread bacteria around the sink area, but here in rural Oaxaca, the older aunts are washing it outside with fresh running water, which is a tradition passed down through generations, part hygiene, part ritual, and always apparently accompanied by lots of laughter and conversation.
Barbacoa for 1 week because it's too much.
¿Me va a dar una bolsa?
Te digo que le digas que me la venda porque no tengo.
The barbacoa will be cooked over an open fire in a small outhouse. Ita's other aunt carefully arranges the firewood. Once the fire is ready, the chicken and the sauce are combined in a large pot, along with a few avocado leaves which we picked earlier. These leaves are unique to Mexican cooking. They impart a subtle aniseed flavour, slightly herbal, slightly smoky, and lend the dish its unmistakable depth. The pot is then covered and left to simmer gently for the next hour. My next task, to prepare the garnishes, fresh coriander and finely shredded white cabbage. I love how communal the whole process is. Everyone has a role, everyone chats, drinks a beer or a little mezcal, the local spirit distilled from the agave plant. This isn't merely cooking, it's a social act, a way of being together, and a quiet celebration of family life.
Las chicas dan calabazón.
After what feels like a really long hour, the moment finally arrives. The chicken barbacoa, or the barbacoa de pollo, is ready to eat. Ita shows me the traditional way to enjoy it. The chicken barbacoa is served in this bowl, tender pieces of meat are bathed in the rich, fragrant sauce, and then on top we add a little shredded white cabbage, a handful of the aromatic coriander, and a squeeze of these small, tangy green limes. And on the side there are these warm, freshly made corn tortillas for wrapping, dipping, as you please.
How many are you gonna eat?
The flavour is really extraordinary. It's a layered balance of warmth from the guajillo, a mellow sweetness from the raisins, nutty roundness from the almonds, and that distinctive whisper of anise from those lovely avocado leaves. It's deep, comforting, and alive with complexity. In short, I love it. And my mission to learn one of Mexico's most iconic dishes feels truly accomplished. But the day doesn't end there. Next on the agenda is a mezcalina tasting. A mezcalina is a cocktail made from mezcal, often mixed with fruit, herbs, or chili. It's a creative expression of Oaxacan mixology. And Ita's brother, Christian, who works at a local mezcal distillery, prepares a few of his own inventions.
3 maybe?
Okay, yeah, it depends on each one. Okay. So 2.
Needless to say, Christian's mezcalina was absolutely delicious and went down a bit too easily.
Yeah, alcohol.
No, I think it's perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah, lovely balance of sweet and need a bit more just to check.
It's a little spicy.
More
That is
mezcal.
warm salt.
And I like the saltiness around the...
Yeah,
But
like a
then-
enchilada.
Yeah, it's a good contrast from the sweetness.
Gusanito. Warm.
Oh, I love worm.
Sure, you love it.
And to crown this unforgettable day, with Ita's help, I've arranged a surprise. A mariachi band to come and play for the family. And to my delight, they even have a go at one of my own compositions. A surreal and joyful moment that I'll never forget. It's been an extraordinary day, a day of flavours, sounds and generosity. I feel deeply grateful to Ita and her family for opening their home and hearts to me. Here in Oaxaca, food isn't merely sustenance. It's a language of love, a form of art, and a living expression of the Oaxacan soul. If you enjoyed my video, please consider liking and subscribing, it really helps. And join me next time where I explore more of the food and drink of Oaxaca, and even visit a mezcal distillery.